I just got back from seeing Clash of the Titans in 3D. And like the last time I did one of these reviews, I'm going to give a warning. If you do decide to go see this movie, do not see it in 3D. It is not worth the price of admission. There is nothing about this film as far as the 3D effects goes that warrants it to be in 3D. There is nothing in this film that stood out as a true 3D film. I'm using Avatar as an example of a film that was created that used 3D for what it was designed for. It didn't just throw the weird blurry screen up there and let it ride and then charge you an extra $5 a ticket. It's not worth the price. If you want to go see this movie, I urge you to do it in 2D because believe me, you're not missing anything. The last time I said that, when I talked about Alice in Wonderland, several people watched the review and disagreed with me and said that they went and saw it in 3D and it was fabulous. If that works for you, that's fine, but as far as my personal take goes, neither Alice in Wonderland nor this film did anything with the 3D environment to really enhance it and make it a worthwhile 3D experience. Totally didn't. The movie theater that I went to actually was advertising the theater as XD, Extreme Definition 3D. It had a sign outside. It was gold and red and big, and it on the side of the building too. And then when you went in, and right before the movie started, it had its own little trailer preview thing, extolling the virtues of this experience and how it's advanced. Nope, not for this film, not at all. The big question that everyone has been asking since the trailers have come out, and a lot of the skeptics have been very specific about this, is the new movie going to stand up to the original or surpass it? Is the new Clash of the Titans going to bring something to this story that's really going to make it a worthwhile experience and something worthy to do? In my personal experience, no. My personal opinion, the original was much more epic. Now, granted, some of the effects or some of the special effects to give the creatures a distinct appearance went really well. For example, the Kraken really gave you the impression of just how monstrous and just how huge of a monster the Kraken was. Medusa, she looked really good with the snake body and the snake hair. I think that they did a really good job with her. The one thing I think that really will catch somebody's attention, especially if you're a horse lover, is the Pegasus. It looked very realistic. It looked believable, and I think that for any sort of special effects to be done to enhance something that's realistic and make it super realistic or above realism, I think that's what special effects really should be for, is taking the believable and pushing it just over the edge. And I think that they did a really good job with the Pegasus. Now, granted, that's not a reason enough to go and see this movie. But if you're a horse lover and you do go see it, I think you'll really, really like the Pegasus. The wings, very realistic. And it wasn't hokey. The CGI it was very flawless, very blended. And the way that they got the wings, very bird-like. So I was impressed. The overall story was okay. I have to say that as far compared to the original, no, it's not. The original gave a feel of a truly epic adventure where Perseus was going out there to accomplish these tasks. You got that feel from it, and I think that that's a weakness of modern media, is they rely too heavily on the special effects, and it takes away from the urgency that you feel for the characters. Now, there were several scenes in there, such as in Medusa's lair, where personally I've got a thing with heights. So because of the way it was, I was nervous because it had a very, the perspectives put it in a very high place, and it was precarious and dangerous. So I was nervous. But if that's not a thing that you have an issue with, then I don't know if you'll really get into it. Charon, the boatman, that was a cool effect, the way that they did it. And the underworld, you really didn't get to see much about it. The overall special effects, they were cool, but there was nothing really mind-blowing or next generation about it. As far as the story goes, I think that with the modern entertainment flavor, it really takes away from what the story is about, and just really didn't do as much for the story as it could have. So, in my recommendation, if you're going to go see this, first and foremost, do not see it in 3D. It is a total waste of money. The ticket price increase, it's not worth it. It's not, you're getting ripped off. Like I said, the 3D effects, there were no real 3D effects that I saw. So the price increase is just not worth it. It's really a waste of your money if you do that. So if you're going to go see it in 2D. Don't go in expecting it to be as epic as the first. If you've seen the first one, um, then you're definitely gonna. I feel that you'll go in there and you'll just see that it's not as big as the first one was, or it doesn't have the same impact or feeling. So just go in if you're looking for a sort of a geeky film that is reliant upon the Greek mythos, the Greek mythology. Then that's cool. Other than that, I happen to have a little bit of money to go see a movie, and I spent it. Um, not really overwhelmed by it at all. So it was okay. If you're gonna go see this, go see it at a matinee. Wait for it to come out on DVD. Don't waste your money on 3D. That was my experience with Clash of the Titans. Hopefully, if you do go see it, you'll have your own opinion about it. That's how I saw it, and that's what I thought. So hopefully, I'll save you some money, and you just wait for it to come out on cable. All right.